AITA for wanting to sue my husband's sister for losing my 2K camera at the beach? My 26F sister-in-law 20F moved in with me and my husband weeks ago cause of problems with her boyfriend. She isn't planning on going back till he apologize, even though she broke his Xbox device in an argument. I'm a blogger. I have small space in our apartment, sort of like my office, but very small, where I work for hours. Sister-in-law always enters the room and takes stuff and not return them, resulting in me replacing them till I got a lock. She was going to the beach with some friends to let off some steam and asked if she could borrow my 2K video camera to record the trip, but I declined and explained that I was working in the weekend and would need it. I got done with my project and left my camera at the desk. When I woke up the next day at 9 a.m. and had a shower, then breakfast, I entered my office and didn't find my camera. I freaked out and my husband told me to calm down cause his sister took it with her to the beach. He assured me it was in safe hands, but I kept worrying about it and was upset by the fact she took it and he gave her the key. She got back at 7 p.m. and was pissed, talking about getting in fight with her boyfriend after seeing him with someone at the beach and it ruined her day. She started crying loudly and cussing him out. I asked for my camera back. She said she didn't have it. She left angry after the encounter and forgot her sunglasses, cream hat and my camera at the beach. Her friend, Aiden, picked some of the stuff and brought it back, but the camera apparently got stolen. I started yelling, calling her irresponsible and reckless, and this was 2K camera she left behind. She started apologizing, then tried to blame it on her now ex-boyfriend for getting her into a fight with the girl he was with. I said I need the camera for my work and she had to replace it like yesterday. My husband got involved and said it wasn't her fault it got stolen and suggested I get a cheaper camera from Amazon for now till I can afford to buy a new one. I said, what? Why should I buy a replacement when it was his sister who lost it? She took it without permission and was responsible for whatever happened afterwards. He tried to make excuses for her being an emotional mess. I said I have no problem suing her. He asked if I was serious and I said yes, because I've worked hard to get this camera and my work's always been known to be of high quality, so for him to suggest a cheap cam from Amazon was offensive. He said he was just trying to help fix the problem, but I said he was just helping his sister avoid responsibility. Both him and his sister aren't speaking to me anymore, so suddenly claiming they're giving me time to calm down, where in fact they're cold shouldering me, making me feel guilty for saying that. I'm not sure if doing this will be morally the thought thing, since she's family, as my husband says. AITA? Edit. Someone here mentioned the possibility of her friend Aiden taking it, which is a possibility, but when I requested to speak to him about what happened, my sil said I was wrong to hint that he took the camera, even though I just wanted to ask him few questions. She told me to leave him out of it since she trusts him with her stuff. NTA. She is for taking it after you already told her no and losing it. Your husband is for acting like she's any kind of right on this situation. NTA. Husband's sister stole the camera from you and her friend Aiden probably stole the camera from the sil once she left it there. In either case, you are owed that camera or the cost of replacing it. You didn't give your sil permission to take it. Even if you had, it was due to her own negligence the camera was lost. Your husband needs to stop making excuses and coddling his sister. I would say have him eat the cost of replacing the camera. But since you're married, that is still basically like you buying the replacement. The sil is extremely entitled and has no respect for boundaries or other people's belongings. Your husband needs to stop with enabling this behavior and support you, as you are most definitely not in the wrong here. Tell your husband that since you are family, the SIL should be even more respectful of not hurting you by losing your very expensive equipment. Since you're family, she should treat you and your belongings with respect. Real family wouldn't treat their SIL you like this, and you are heartbroken that a family member would take something from you. Lose it and not feel sorry for doing that. Throw your husband's family card right back in his face. Edit. You need to get SIL out of your house and tell your husband that in no way should the sister have access. She lost this privilege when you had to get a lock for a room in your own damn home due to the SIL being a thief. NTA. Your SIL is irresponsible, a liar, and a thief. She's lucky that you're not reporting the theft, because that's grand larceny, and borrowing without permission is stealing. Your husband and her seem to not understand that the camera was stolen twice. Honestly, I think your best bet to get your camera replaced is filing a claim with your homeowner's renters insurance. She's never gonna pay it, even if you get a judgment. And suing her or reporting the theft will likely break your marriage. Having said that though, I'm not sure how much you want to stay with someone who doesn't understand that a cheap camera off Amazon isn't a band-aid for a $2,000 camera, let alone one you use for work. NTA. But there's a bigger issue here. Much bigger. Your husband does not respect you and is willing to let his sister step all over you and your career. That is wrong. His sister is an adult, but it sounds like she acts like a 12-year-old. Seems like she's not used to being held accountable by anyone. You're NTA for holding her accountable. And you deserve to have that camera replaced free of charge to you. NTA. Make her or your husband replace your camera. NTA. Tell your husband if his thieving sister you said no so she stole it doesn't pay up for the camera, he had better start selling his personal valuables until he can get the money himself. If he feels outraged at the idea of losing his own things, maybe that might be what he needs to wake the F up to the seriousness of what his sister did and how you feel. He's lucky you aren't reporting it stolen. Because it was. It's impossible to borrow something when someone has explicitly refused you permission. NTA. Sue or something to hold SIL accountable and then decide what if anything you want to do about the fact that you married a guy that doesn't respect you, gave SIL access to your stuff knowing you were against it, not wanting SIL to suffer for her mistake but gladly letting you suffer. Good luck with that. NTA. First, you need to file a report with the police. Then inform your SIL and your partner that if they don't apply for a small loan and replace your camera and lens, then a lawsuit will be filed in 14 working days. Put the both of them in their place so that they never disrespect your property again. Peas. I would love an update on the final outcome. NTA. But your SIL and husband are. Your husband shouldn't never have given her the key against your wish or without confirming with you first for the SIL. She stole it from you knowing you said no and didn't even took care of it. If your husband is so adamant about not making the sister pay for it, it should pay it himself. $2,000 isn't a small sum and the SIL should stop feeling entitled to your stuff. NTA. Sue her. File first thing Tuesday morning. If your husband isn't on board, tell him that he and his sister need to go until they're ready to apologize and make things right. If necessary, file a police report since she stole your camera by taking it without permission. She asked if she could borrow the camera and you told her no. And she did it anyway. Your husband enabled this violation of your boundaries by his sister and then tried to invalidate your feelings on it. I think you are well within your rights to demand that she leave immediately and say that she is no longer welcome in your house. It's probably also time to tell your husband that the two of you need counseling. And if he doesn't agree to go, then you should consult a divorce attorney. Edited to say Tuesday, since Monday is a government holiday in the U.S. You have a husband problem. He authorized her to take the camera. He gave her the key. He is leading the don't talk to op treatment. He is the one who is belittling your work. He is the one who is on your side and not your side. You have a husband problem. NTA. NTA. Does he always do this? Help her avoid responsibility? Because yikes. 2K is a lot to lose. She shouldn't have stolen it from you. She's the asshole for not replacing it with a slightly nicer one as an apology. I'm so shocked they're claiming you are in the wrong. You need to get rid of the boyfriend as well, sue and get the money back. The camera is priceless. NTA. She stole it and she's been all too willing to help herself to things that aren't hers. She needs to realize there are consequences. NTA. And I would offer the suggestion that maybe the thief was in the group she was with. Check pawn shops and Craigslist. Edit. Oops. The N didn't record. Lol. Not ta. NTA. Honestly, after that happened, I'd put my foot down and tell her to replace the camera or move out. Also inform her that if she continues to steal your things without your permission, she will also need to find somewhere else to stay. From what you've said, I'd wash your hands of the pair of them. NTA. NTA. I'm not sure if courts will actually do anything about it, but you can file a police report stating she stole it. Because honestly she did. And now it's gone. 2K is not a cheap camera to lose, and just count your losses. You husband is enabling her. NTA. I'd get marriage counseling. There's some bad dynamics that need nipped in the bud before they can grow. She needs to move out to her parents. It's your home too, and this is a justified reason to boot her. Call your mill and explain without making her defensive. Then I'd make a claim against your renters, homeowners for it, because even if you sued, it's small claims with no enforcement of judgment. She doesn't own anything. You can't collect, and then you'll have tons of marital and in-law drama. She's not your responsibility to teach a lesson to. Get her out. Get your insurance money. And move on with a marriage counselor to tell your husband he's wrong.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.